What's this?
I wouldn't say it's unfair, exactly. I mean, your voice goes right into people's heads. How would you explain that to the kids? You can't just explain it away as magic.
Is something the matter?
Ah, Miss Columbina! No, nothing you need to worry yourself about.
Ah, impeccable timing. Stick around for a second, Miss Columbina. I need your input on something. This self-proclaimed Knight of Justice has yet to give me a satisfactory answer. I, for one, would like to hear your verdict on the matter.
Hey, now, I left the flagship just to help you out, Miss Nicole.
What's going on?
So Alice and I are both using long-range remote control spells that work on similar principles, allowing us to attend this festive fair in Dkon form. Sorry, let me backtrack a little. While similar, there are some key differences. Alice, being a great mage, wanted her Dkon to reflect something of her own charm and mystique. So she adjusted the way its tail moves when it spins around. An entirely gratuitous move, in my opinion. I hardly see how anyone is going to notice that. If anything, I'd say that anyone who stares intently enough at a Dko's tail to notice such a small detail is someone we ought to be highly concerned about. I only say this to emphasize that my question has nothing to do with tails. Now that we're clear on that, why is Alice's Dkon permitted to interact directly with the children celebrating Moon Prayer Night, while mine is not?
Your voice speaks directly into people's minds.
See? Exactly what I said. Miss Nicole?
Ugh, I can't stand it. I know that probably makes me sound like a whiny child acting out in front of their parents. And it's a little embarrassing now that I think about it. But hey, I said it now, I can't take it back. That would be even more embarrassing. Also, don't go reading too much into that analogy. It was off the top of my head. I'm actually an awful lot older than—
Miss Nicole, are you saying that you'd like
I'm not so invested in that. It's just something cobbled together using items I borrowed from Alice. She probably didn't even make them herself. The point is, I want to know everyone's thoughts after they receive their prizes. But as you've said, I can't just ask. I've been biting my lip for so long, and I've had no one to vent my frustrations on. I thought this was going to be a nice, straightforward festival where I'd get the chance to guide people to treasure.
Well, can I play? I can't guarantee that I'll win a prize, but
You will?
I'd like to try.
Then what are we waiting for?
It's like they forgot I was...
Congratulations, Miss Columbina! With your great wisdom, you have overcome every obstacle in your path and conquered the great challenge posed to you by fate.
Fate?
Well, something to that effect. If you'd prefer something more poetic, it could be the icy winds or the dawn. Anything you like. You could even go with all my hopes are now resting on this.
Can I open it?
Stop teasing.
Wow.
Ah, you have my thank you for sharing.
Don't mention. You've all done much to. Yep. A soft and furry creature that bounces and jumps.
Welcome home, Moon Goddess.
This one talks too.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am a Dodeko from a distant archipelago, the most mischievous of all my Dodo brothers and Dodo sisters. When the going got tough, I powered through, and when I met obstacles, I boomed them away.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Doesn't it just? Oh, but then the trouble started. Recently, I found a lovely beach, the same beautiful jelly color as my hometown, and so I dove in to have a look. Only to find it overgrown with seagrass, and I made it back to shore by the skin of my teeth. But my tail was sorely hurt.
Couldn't you just boom them away?
Oh, the last thing I wanted was to cause a gigantic fuss and get. And so, dear Moon Goddess, I was wondering if you might lend me your allegiance.
Are you roping me into?
All the festival goers tonight are dressed up as the Moon Goddess. But there's nothing to say that the Moon Goddess can't disguise herself as a Dodeko, is there? Besides, this is your home. You should be free to be whoever
I'm afraid I'm not well acquainted.
Oh, that's quite all right. We Dodekos are innocent, happy creatures with a free-spirited nature. Many, like myself, are mischievous troublemakers. Others are lazy souls who like nothing better than to lie down on a nice rock and take a nap. In our eyes, every creature who yearns for happiness and freedom is a Dodeko. But perhaps in yours, we Dodeko are fluffier and more mischievous.
Yes, that is a much easier image to follow.
Oh, wonderful! Then let's play! Grab onto my... remarkable. So, what do you make of it?
The use of Jumpy Dumpties doesn't come as naturally to me as Kuvaki. But their unpredictability makes it fun. I think they call them... Not bad.
Any guilt?
What?
Oh, wonderful. Remember, if you find any meanies...
I will.
Welcome home, Moon Goddess. Oh,
Another one that talks.
greeting.
Columbina Hyposelene.
Now then,
Divination.
from the perspective, as you look to your...
The unknowns.
Of course, but that is a hence, I should...
Lunar Archon.
Indeed. Unlike people like...
I'd like to give it a try.
Of course. Before we begin, are there any specific... very well. Now, would... No problem. Please, draw the first lunar arcana. Now, draw your second card. This will... And now the third arcana. This is the present. Your... Finally, the last card. This shall speak of the future, which... Oh. Fascinating. I've never encountered this before in my role as a diviner. Something has exerted an influence upon this card, causing it to leave its designated position. What do you make of this, Miss Columbina? Perhaps this is the guiding hand of fate in action. Of course, if you wish, you can choose to deny the validity of this card and draw the future for yourself.
No. It's fine. Let's go with this one.
A bold decision. I must say I'm looking forward to the results. Well then, let us flip the Lunar Arcana in sequence and see...
Sure.
First, Destiny. No surprises here.
The moon.
Indeed. The moon, when the moon is placed on the destiny, it symbolizes a journey through...
I don't
Now then, flip the second card, the one that speaks for the past. The Hermit, but inverted.
Inverted?
Yes. The Hermit symbolizes solitude, combined with the moon as one's destiny. The Hermit inverted, a choice you made to stand alone in the past. It was a choice made not out of fear or you fumbled through the darkness without a guide.
Is this about how I became...
I suspect only you know all is not lost. Oh my. The Lovers. One of the most interesting Luna.
What does this one mean?
This means that you have had an
It's true. I've made a lot of...
That sounds lovely.
Yes.
I understand, but rest assured.
The future. I'm ready.
Very well. Oh.
Miss Barbaloth? What is...
This card is death.
That doesn't sound very good.
It depends on how we interpret it. It is true that it can represent an agonizing death, a complete and utter end, but at the same time, it can also represent rebirth. Do not forget that your destiny card is the moon. That
If death spells the...
as I have said, allow me to sum up in the past. You now face an important decision. This change might, but remember, everything...
The truth. Thank you.
Don't mention, but I can... This is a rare...
I understand.
Go then.
done being a do-good?
Thanks for coming here with me, Are there any game?
Why does that hamster think you've grown up?
I know you don't mean, even if you won't admit, otherwise you'd have taken
Looks like Albedo's social...
a moon prayer candy for me? Reminds me of Good Hunt. I understand, because both...
Dodoko's Whirligig! Come check out Dodoko's Ah, welcome home, Moon Goddess.
Might I ask what this is?
Ah, it's a very special amusement sponsored by the great mage herself. Ride on a soft and furry Dodoko and embark. I say that, but
I'd like to ride.
no problem. But
Is that
oh, no, it's fine. It's just that each Dodo.
my friend?
That should do it. But we got...
Traveler? I want to go on that ride. Let's go then.
Don't worry. Paimon will do the round.
All right.
Please take your seats. For safety all right, you're all set.
Not bad. It reminds sometimes the Kuhenki circle around me like this. Yeah. It does. I've felt scared in the past, too. But this is a little different. You know something? I got to see a lot of fascinating things during my disappearance. I saw how the Frost Moon Scions act around their families. So different than how they used to act in my presence. And I also saw how they interact with their friends. It made me curious at first. Why do people act so sincere when they're worshipping gods, but save their truest, warmest feelings for each other? Slowly, I came to realize that. It's because I know. I knew it. What I fear now is the end. I fear losing all this the very night I have gained it. Thank you for this conversation. Don't worry. This fear I have, and the unknown, I just want you to remember.
Dear passengers, Dodoko's awesome. Don't worry, you two.
Wow. The Frost Moon Scion stall looks kind of plain. But it's... I don't go to Hisi Island much. But it's got that... and if culture means we...
Hello.
Columbine... hello, Moon Goddess. That was too close. I almost gave the game away in front of the staff. Oh, wait.
Do you like balloons too?
Balloons? Oh! What's so fun about balloons? I'm not a kid anymore. They're probably more up Aino's alley.
Yes. The animals seem very curious about these strange flying objects. I recently learned a fun new game you can play with balloons.
A new game?
Hello.
Welcome home, Moon Goddess. Here to buy some balloons?
Yes. Could you give me a few that haven't been inflated yet?
Are you sure? I guess it's not a problem, but...
Yes, please. Thank you.
Uninflated balloons? But those are just little rubber pouches. What does she want with those?
Would you like to play the balloon game,
Huh? Sure. I guess. how do you play it?
Wait here a moment.
Oh. This is so weird. What have I got myself into now?
I thought I saw Columbina nearby.
Uh-oh! That's the fourth Harbinger! Although she's helped us out quite a bit, she's good. Is she looking for Columbina? Oh, guess that's my ticket out of here. Which stall is she checking out? Oh, it's... I wouldn't be caught dead wearing that stuff. So embarrassing. Wait, what?
How peculiar. This would take some getting used to.
It really suits you, ma'am. What is this? She was so intimidating a moment ago, but now, dang, she's really rocking.
I suppose I may as well keep them on for now. All part of the festive experience.
She's coming this way.
How do you do, Miss Yehoda?
Oh, jeez. Don't talk to me while wearing that thing. Where am I supposed to look? Oh, hey there.
I'm looking for Columbina. Have you seen her?
She just... Huh? Wait, is that what she meant by balloon game? Huh? No fair! How come I get caught in the crossfire?
An ambush from the rear? Is this a declaration of war, Columbina?
Would you like to play too, Arlecchino?
Seriously? Are they gonna start some beef right here, right now?
Gladly. That said, I believe there is another who would like to join.
Boss Nev! Thank goodness! You've gotta get...
Hello there. I'd like 10...
What?
Miss Moon Goddess. I hope you're prepared.
Welcome to the game, Nefer.
Just to be clear, let's keep this a fair fight.
Naturally.
Don't just...
Huh?
Of course.
I knew something like this was gonna happen.
What's this? Should I...
I wish for a never-ending supply of Laka berries. What a humble wish. Probably written by a child. Hmm? Is that Llama the Moon Chanter? I wish that the long plume ibises would stop biting me. Oh dear, poor Llama.
All right, I'll write that one down for you. I got it.
While everyone else is celebrating Moon Prayer Night, you're as busy as ever.
I don't mind. It's rewarding work. A good kind of busy. My antlers are at their heaviest tonight, and the Kuvaki waves are especially strong. But as I help these dear friends hang their wishes up, I feel a great peace within myself that is hard to describe. You see, they are all such beautiful wishes, and they are ones that we can fulfill by our own strength.
Do you blame me, Llama? I want to hear your honest answer. It is by the help of so many people that I can return to the moon. But I feel as though I've hardly done anything in return.
You've done plenty, Columbina. I say this in earnest, both as someone who knows your history, and also as a friend who has seen what you've been through.
What about as a moon chanter?
I feel proud to honor our moon goddess's wish. And I'm sure any moon chanter in history would have felt the same way.
Thank you for your kind words, Llama.
But... Since you asked for my honesty, I won't lie to you. My feelings are mixed right now. Besides pride, I also feel... I suppose it's a reluctance to let go. Once you return to the moon, we will be far apart and separated by a false sky. I'm sure those of us left behind will gaze up at that sky, yearning for the moon once in a while, just as you used to do.
I will miss you, Llama. I will miss you all. I hope to stay in touch. I will try and find some way to send messages down from the moon.
Perhaps you could use Kuvaki. I've heard Yehoda say that signals can be sent using long and short... We could prepare a codebook before still... And now that I think about it...
Because...
Yes. In my experience, the truth tends to be difficult. But that's what makes it stand out from what is... So I'm confident.
Thank you.
Is this...
I wish that all who dwell in this moonlit world can find a place to belong. And I wish that It's 2 wishes.
Not at all. And I think you speak for us all with the second one. I shall continue to pray until the day that all of...
Doesn't make any sense. How am I losing every single time? Wait, Inefa, you're cheating, aren't you? Yeah, that must be...
I am not cheating, I know.
Uh-oh, sounds like Inefa's turning into a big baloney bot. I think it's time for some serious maintenance.
Moon Goddess. Miss Columbina, I know, is attempting to cheat.
the cheater? You're the cheater! How dare you throw it back at me? Alright, fine. Let's all laugh at I know. Just you wait till I get home, because I'm gonna make a game bot that can let's see you laugh when I come back and beat your butts.
We came to check everything was okay after all that yelling, but... Whatever it is, it sounds...
Kuhenki concentration. Each player starts when a player has the round ends.
Ooh!
That is fine.
Alrighty then. Okay, sure. And if we win?
If you win...
I have taken to calling them.
Hey, Leon, looks like Luana... Nice! That's a pair! Go, go! Fly! Go on.
I have a pair.
Uh-oh! We gotta pick up the pace! Phew, that was too close. I thought I was gonna lose. Let's see who's gonna be the unlucky one. Let me pick a good one. You're looking very pleased with yourself. Me again?
Don't fidget too much, I know, or the sticker's going to fall off.
I don't care. If it falls off, it falls off. If a pair of Kuhenki get discarded, why not a pair of stickers? Huh? Huh?
I've lost.
Sticker, sticker, sticker! Cute!
You think so? Shame. I can't see it for myself.
What did Luanatar say?
She said it looks so cute.
Who put these stickers on Paima's eyebrows? Ugh! She can barely see! Alright, now, I think we got enough evidence to prove that there's a
Yes, I agree as well.
The culprit is... Inefa!
Culprit?
Quit acting dumb, Inefa! You're not wriggling your way out of this one. I've been watching you. Not only did you remember whose side Luanatar started at, But every time someone drew a kuhenki, you were logging it and calculating every last possibility. Which kuhenki pairs were gone, who had what color kuhenki in their hand, even our facial expressions. You... Exactly!
Putting aside the fact that running calculations is not against the game rules, but that's not against the rules.
So
She's certain.
Alright.
But...
Take that!
Traveler.
Hey there, Gamin. Are you done checking out the festive amusement? Are you sure you don't want to look around some more? You might not get another opportunity like this for a while.
Right now, what I'd like to do is... You're right. I'm not ready for the...
Yeah, that's the spirit. Tell me right here if you need...
Okay. Thank you. Traveler.
Gamin! Finished with the festival already? Really? You're sure you don't want to...
Yes. This was the most fun I've ever had on a moon prayer night. Everywhere I went, people were saying, "Welcome home," and there were friends at every turn. I only wish it could last longer than one night.
Oh.
Yes, you're right. The moon prayer blossoms.
Ooh, look! Look!
Moon prayer night has come.
The moon. It's so beautiful.
Happy Moon Prayer Night, dear.
Happy Moon Prayer Night.
Happy Moon Prayer Night.
Aww. Huh.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh. Looks like the time has come.
Columbina.
You're heading off, then?
Yes, to the ruins you mentioned. And
Wait! I know? At least...
Take one of our craft shops Krumkakis up to the moon with you. You know.
The Curatorium of Secrets believes in proper farewells. No story should be left without a satisfactory endnote.
Never.
Farewells are an important affair for the Ratniki, too. We never know when we might meet again.
Haha! And here I thought grand farewells wouldn't suit tonight's mood.
We made a little something for you, Columbina. Ta-da!
what is it?
A Moon Prayer Night greeting card with drawings by all of your friends.
You did mention that you'd like a portrait done, so I took the liberty of creating one for you.
I, meanwhile, did the portrait of Mr. Albedo. And Mr. Varka did the same for me.
I mean, I think my work was pretty true to life, don't you think?
The picture of Ashru was my doing. The two of you seem to get along rather well.
Wait, was I the only one who did a full body picture? That's so embarrassing.
I did pictures of me and Anefa.
I did my own portrait and one for Hat Guy.
Plus, there's the two mages, Arlecchino and Sandrone. So, if you ever miss us, just flip the card. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much, everyone. This whole moon prayer night was more than I could have ever asked for. Llama, I figured it out. Remember how the Frost Moon Scions used to use milk as invisible ink to write hidden messages?
That was a very long time ago.
Yes. When I miss you all, I shall use moonlight in the same way, to write words that only you can see upon the moon itself.
Wow, that sounds lovely.
Quite. But...
Simply open your windows on nights when the moon shines bright, and the moonlight will naturally flow towards the words I have written.
That sounds most fitting indeed. Very...
I'll try to write them in places that won't disturb your sleep.
I, for one, would sleep all the better for having read one of you.
Exactly! So don't worry about disturbing anyone's sleep. Just promise you'll write to let us know you're okay. All right.
In that case...
I'm ready. Very well. Let's go. In just a few moments, I will be gone. I still don't know what to expect on the moon. Will I really be able to send messages to my friends? The Kuhenki, the animals of not Krai. I'll never get to see them again. I wonder where I'll be when the next moon prayer night comes. This is where the people of Hyperborea used to communicate with the moons.
Eternal moon, frost moon, iridescent moon. When the power of all three converge,
the gate to the moons shall open.
Moon marrow preparations are complete. Only the final step remains.
I'm sure Nasha Town is livelier than ever at this moment. Yeah, it's a shame you couldn't be there for it, but it's fine. I'm more than happy with this. My last piece of luggage. My only piece of luggage. I can already feel the moon calling to me.
Your home lies on the far side of this light, Columbina.
From now on, we will at last have a reason to pray to the true moon.
Columbina.
Yes? I'm listening.
Be sure to come back and see us when you get the chance.
Of course.
But if that chance doesn't come, then remember that you have friends on this planet. People who will miss Columbina.
Yes, I will. Thank you for everything you've done for me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us. Well then, farewell. was my happiest night into that.
Farewell, Columbina.
The moon really is closer than ever tonight.
Columbina.
All 3 moons in one place. Time for one final experiment. Reason, life, death, time and space. They all believed I would fail. But Tevat's primordial power never did belong to the throne of heaven. And now, they are mine. Oh.
No, as long as I'm here. The Doctor is free to wield the 3 moons' power. It's the only way. I guess I won't be going home today.
Columbina! No!
Stubborn world, do not try to control me!
Columbina.
Are you all right? Do your wounds still hurt?
I had someone prepare a little medicine that could prove effective. Take it if you...
In that case, let me relate the contents of the call we made to Alice after the incident occurred.
That Dottore is a crafty one. He distracted the Hexenzirkel by creating a huge fuss at Tevat's borders. I'd assumed that the cause was an abyssal intrusion from the outside world, which in fairness is a rather common occurrence. But after learning that you managed to influence the phantoms in Krai, I realized that perhaps this interference could have come from within Tevat instead.
But we weren't able to change their fates.
True, you couldn't change how their stories ended, but you did build some variables around yourself.
Variables?
Yes. Things you heard that you could not otherwise have learned. Ideas that would otherwise have never crossed your mind. All these things are variables. Of course, most variables usually pale into insignificance with the myriad of possibilities floating around. But the moment you start treating them as building blocks and intentionally stacking them, that changes things. That's what Dottore did. And it's how he created the necessary conditions so that when you activated the portal tonight, it played right into his plan.
However, we have no way of knowing exactly what he did.
Yeah, we also need to ascertain Columbina's status.
And that about sums it up.
As I suspected, Dottore has disappeared completely. If it's any consolation, he wasn't able to control Columbina as he might have wished to.
Oh no! What? She did what? All we saw was Dottore appeared and used some kind of power. The next thing we knew, he and Columbina were gone, and you were...
So, Columbina intentionally opened the Moon Gate and escaped into the same mysterious world as Razer and Thalindis.
Sounds like bad news.
Seen in that way, the Trilunar Syzygy and Revier's emergence, Dottore might have been pulling the strings in both cases. According to Miss Alice, he is attempting to transcend his destiny and finish an experiment that only a god might complete.
An utter lunatic.
Wait a sec! Where's Hat Guy? Seems like he'd want to be here for this.
He took off with the Dodo communication device after we spoke to Alice. He said he had a hunch that he wanted to investigate by himself. The look on his face was terrifying. I've never seen it.
I'm back.
Hat Guy!
I went to look for the Hyperborean phantoms again. I think I've gotten to the bottom of it. I got them to talk to Nicole on the other end of the communications line. Turns out, the history they describe is different from how Nicole remembers it.
Really? But how? Surely Nicole can't have been wrong.
Because the phantoms are the ones who are deceived. They speak of a savior who appeared in their history. This savior promised to create a new moon within the false sky, and even bring back their moon goddesses. Foolishly, they believed in him, and told him everything he wanted to know about the moons. It's obvious that this was Dottore's doing.
Now you mention it, the first time we entered the Hyperborean ruins, we heard the phantoms discussing their history, and I remember Nicole commenting that something sounded a little strange.
But Dottore shouldn't have been able to get in there in the first place.
He didn't. Nicole said that this was an anomalous state triggered by disruptions in the causal connections between phantoms from the same era. The variables that Dottore put in place were substantial enough that they even affected phantoms that he never met.
So it's not that their memories were unclear. They'd been tampered with.
That's exactly the possibility Dottore was trying to manufacture. He turned these variables into knowledge and engineered the situation so all that knowledge would fall into his hands. Then, he harnessed that knowledge on Moon Prayer Night to truly create a false moon.
How is that even possible?
To be precise, he exploited a weakness in the way the spell works. The spell senses Kuvaki to detect the moon's location. So, as long as the false moon more strongly resembled a moon than the frost moon beyond the skies, the gate would teleport Columbina to the false moon's location. In other words, to Dottore's side. Once he had her under control, the teleportation spell remained active, and he manipulated her power to seize both moon marrows.
At that moment, the moon marrows disappeared right before our eyes. It was already too late. even as we were leaving the ruins.
By then, Dottore had already amassed the power of all 3 moons.
So, where does that leave us? What do we do now?
I'd certainly like to know what Her Majesty thinks, now that the concerns I expressed to her have come to pass. But we cannot simply sit and wait for her to decide the matter. And in any case, it is not the Fatui Harbinger Damselette who sees us as her friends, but rather Columbina Hyposelenia. If, even in such extreme circumstances, Her Majesty will not lift the prohibition on Harbingers drawing steel against one another, then I will do as my heart demands. I will fight as Peruware instead. Time is short, so I'll make the first move.
Whew. Even Arlecchino seems to be losing her cool.
All right. Lose those dejected looks for a moment and let me get a word in. It looks bad, I won't lie. Very bad, in fact. So Dottore's pulled some real dirty tricks to gain the upper hand. For now. And yeah, it's to the point where even the mages say that his variables have affected destiny. I'm not so sure, though. Many have told me that Tevat's destiny is fixed, and that does appear to be the case. Well, what makes Dottore so sure he'll be the exception? And since he was able to stack these variables up, who's to say we can't do the same? You of all people should not be discouraged, traveler from afar. This isn't over yet. And you're not alone in that. Everyone here does, whether they've spoken thus far or not. But none of us are the type to sit back and wait for the sun to shine again. That's exactly how a knight should roll. If they knock you down, you get back up and get back in it. Don't forget, Honorary Knight, you're a legitimate member of Mondstadt too.
Mark is right. This is far from over. Dottore's already way overdue a butt-kicking given his past shenanigans. And after this, he's earned himself a double dose.
That's what I'm talking about. How's everyone else feeling?
I'll use Kuvaki to investigate Columbina's whereabouts. I'm not—
Leave the intel gathering to me. Whatever happens within Nodkrai's borders, when the Curatorium of Secrets wants to be in the know, we always find a way.
Aino and I will do all we can to support you. We will attempt to reverse engineer Dottore's actions and seek a break.
Alice and Nicole are busy dealing with an emergency at Tevat's borders, so they can't return just yet. But they're both very angry about this. They've asked Albedo and me to act on the Hexen Circle's behalf and do everything in our power to fight back against Dottore.
Are you ready then? We're going to have to conduct a lot of research, even in the early stages.
I'll do my best.
As for me, I'm pretty familiar with Dottore's way of doing things, so I can try to predict his next move. I'll help with your investigation.
Nice! Looks like we have our basic division of labor. I'll get in touch with Flints and Itlua, get them to have a chat with their Starshiner. It couldn't hurt to bring the Lightkeepers on board as well. At the same time, I'll pass on instructions to the Knights present in Nodkrai to assist the Lightkeepers and other organizations in ensuring the safety of those living here.
Yeah! We'll show him!
That's it then. Good luck, everyone.
I never thought that Columbina would become my real name. It went from being a Fatui code name to something my friends call me. And remember, come night or day, the moonlight shall always connect us.